So a judge got a hold of this, and a judge said it was wrong. In fact, a judge said that the nation's largest police department illegally and systematically singled out large numbers of blacks and Hispanics under its controversial policy. Up to 200,000 of them, she said, were illegal last year. So, of course, Mayor Bloomberg was all pissed off about this. He angrily responded that the policy was absolutely not racist if you're white. And that is true. There's a lot of truth to that. So here's what he used to say before the judge's ruling yesterday. We got it. He was on the radio, and they were talking about the incidents of blacks, whites being stopped and frisked. Here's what he said.
This business is a couple of one newspaper and one news service. They just keep saying, oh, it's a disproportionate percentage of a particular ethnic group. That may be, but it's not a disproportionate percentage of those who witnesses and victims describe as committing the murder. In that case, incidentally, I think we disproportionately stop whites too much and minorities too little. Well, it's exactly the reverse of what they say. They are. I don't know where they went to school, but they certainly didn't take a math course.
Well, exactly so.
Or a logic course.
Absolutely. And I think, as I said, most New Yorkers like it the way it is.
Yeah, most New Yorkers. Most. Of course, the lighter-skinned New Yorkers are in love with it. And, of course, they didn't take a math class, which was right next to his class in bullshit. I don't know if he should have taken that class.
Can't you hear it that he lost his way? Like halfway through
that? He was like, we're actually profiling too many white people, and they never complain about it. You ever hear white people complaining about it? No, we're actually and he just make that up he just pulled it out of his ass, right?
And disproportionately?
Disproportionately.
No, he said disproportionately every time.
That must be something he learned in logic class.
He learned that in his English class.
That's the Rene Descartes pronunciation.
He took all those math classes, and it was at the expense of English classes.
Right.
I like how he blames it on the newspaper. Oh, it's just one certain newspaper who keeps ginning this up and trying to pretend, hey, is it our fault that most of the people who commit crimes are of a certain color? That's what he's saying.
Right, yeah, that's what the policy is. It's like, well, I know I talked to the witnesses, they said a black guy, so we went and rounded up 6,000 black guys.
Yes!
Yeah, maybe one of them's the guy.
Yes. What do you expect the police to do when you have millions of law-abiding citizens who look like criminals? What are you supposed to do?
They look exactly like criminals.
They look exactly like criminals. They have black and brown skin. Some of them are even mixed.
Yeah, you get the feeling, you let that interview go, at one point he's going to be like, look, we all know it. We can't tell them apart. How am I supposed to arrest just the guy who did it?
Are you?
Yeah, if I round all of them up, they look identical.
He's hiding amongst all the other ones.
Yeah, that's right.
So we don't know.
And these idiots don't know anything about math or logic. All they know about is the fucking Bill of Rights. Am I right? Yeah. Who needs that shit?
They should round them up and put them in a math logic class, and then they'd be easier to catch because they'd all be in math class.
Yes.
So it'd be like this, be
the wise guys.
It'd be a double-edged two-bird stone thing.
Double-edged, yes.
Yeah, one of those.
Grab them while they're in school, and they can't get away.
So that was what Mayor Bloomberg used to say before the judge, right? So now the judge came out and laid it out and said this is obviously racial profiling, this is obviously wrong, and said she's going to appoint a monitor, and she wants some of the cops to wear cameras on them, and so Bloomberg's all upset about it. He came out. And let's go to Bloomberg's first, number one. Now remember the statistic here that's important, 5 million people have been stopped and frisked during this program over the last 10 years. More black men have been stopped and frisked in New York City than live in New York City. And here's what Mayor Bloomberg has to say about it.
The judge still wants to put the NYPD into receivership based on the flimsiness of evidence in a handful of cases.
Yeah, a handful of cases. A handful of cases, 200,000. A handful, is that Paul Bunyan's hand? What hand are you using? Is that Magic Johnson? I've seen him one time. He has huge fucking hands.
I don't think you could hold 200,000 electrons in your hands.
Right. Yeah, it's unbelievable, right? A handful of cases. He literally just came out, and it doesn't seem like anybody pushes back against him on any of this, right?
No, not that I've seen.
So
No one's taking logic classes, so they're unable to argue with him.
nobody's.
Yeah.
Or math, so
Yeah.
they wouldn't know that 200,000 is like nothing.
That's nothing.
It's really nothing.
200,000 is nothing. I mean, as far as like $200,000 to him is nothing. So 200,000 guys is nothing, right?
Watch this. I'm going to refer to 200,000 as a handful. Just a handful. They don't
The
know
man
math.
is a genius.
Right, already established they don't know math. Yeah.
Handful. All right.
It's his charisma that bowls us over.
Yes.
We like
Bloomberg-
buy his BS because he's so dynamic as a man.
So again, the judge said 200,000 stops made without reasonable suspicion. Bloomberg has to say this about it.
The Department of Justice under Presidents Clinton, Bush, and Obama never, not once, found reason to investigate the NYPD. But one small group of advocates and one judge conducted their own investigation, and it was pretty clear from the start which way it would turn out.
Yeah, it was pretty clear that that judge had made up her mind that she was going to come down on the side of the Constitution way before this trial even started. And that is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, but by the way, the fact that the Clinton, Obama, and Bush Justice Departments didn't do anything, no shit, they didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's how you know you didn't do anything, because you never got investigated. Because people who do stuff always get investigated.
They should get stopped and frisked by the judge. the old,
Oh, switcheroo.
Yeah,
A little taste of your own
taste
medicine.
your own medicine.
Sure.
Bloomberg.
Yeah, you know how, I mean, that's why I know Goldman Sachs didn't do anything wrong, because they've never been investigated by Bush or by Clinton. That's how you know, right?
Totally, yeah.
That's how I know that the CIA didn't commit any torture, because they were never investigated by Bush or by Clinton.
Or Obama.
Let's do another one. That's how I know that George Bush wasn't criminally negligent during 9/11, because he was never investigated by Bush or by Clinton. Let's do another one.
Makes sense to me.
I know. If I had three more, it would get funny again. All right.